Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's absolutely critical for every single professional in the kitchen, chemical safety. We're going to cover how to master it, so let's jump right in. You already know this, right? Keeping a professional kitchen up to standard means using some pretty serious stuff. I'm talking about those powerful detergents, sanitizers, and degreasers we rely on every single day. They really get the job done. But here's the thing. Every powerful tool has a flip side, and these chemicals, they come with real risks. If you don't handle them correctly, things can go wrong, and fast. That's exactly what we're here to make sure doesn't happen. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. We're going to look at what those hidden dangers actually are. Okay, so the risks we're talking about are no joke, and they can happen in a split second. Think about it. A quick splash of sanitizer can cause a nasty chemical burn. Those fumes from the oven cleaner, yeah, they can lead to some serious respiratory problems. You could even contaminate food if you're not careful. Some of this stuff is even a fire hazard. But the absolute worst-case scenario, accidentally mixing chemicals like bleach and ammonia, that creates toxic gas, and it's incredibly dangerous. So, I know that all sounds pretty intense, but the good news is we have a powerful tool specifically designed to protect us. And that brings us to Section 2. Let's talk about your safety shield, the MSDS. The Material Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS for short, is probably the most important guide you have when it comes to chemical safety. Honestly, just think of it like an instruction manual that comes with every single chemical. Its one and only job is to keep you safe. So what is it exactly? Well, it's an official document straight from the company that made the chemical. And it has everything, everything you need to know to use that product safely, protecting yourself, your team, and of course, our guests. Every single MSDS breaks down into 4 essential pieces of info. 1. What's actually in the chemical? 2. What are the specific dangers? 3. How do you use it safely? And 4, this one's super important, what to do if an accident happens. Okay, so it's one thing to know what an MSDS is, but using it effectively, that's the real skill. And that's what brings us to Section 3, the 4-step safety routine. Now, this is the heart of it all. This is a simple routine that you need to make a habit, something you do every single time you pick up a chemical product. It's just 4 easy steps. Locate, read, follow, and report. Let's walk through each one. First up, Step 1. Locate. Simple, right? Before you even think about opening that bottle, you have to know where its safety sheet is. Usually they're all together in a binder, maybe in the stewarding area or the chemical storeroom. And listen, here's the golden rule. If you can't find it, you find your supervisor. You never use a chemical until you've seen that MSDS. Period. All right, Step 2, read. Now, don't worry, you don't have to read this thing like a novel. Just focus on the key parts. First, double-check the product name to make sure you've got the right sheet. Then, just scan for the important stuff. Hazards, first aid, and the instructions for safe handling. Step 3 is follow. And let me be perfectly clear. This one is not optional. It's non-negotiable. The MSDS will tell you exactly what PPE, that's personal protective equipment, you need to wear. It might be safety goggles, special gloves, whatever. If it's on that sheet, you put it on. It's that simple. Your safety literally depends on it. And that brings us to the last step. Step 4, report. Look, even when we're careful, accidents can still happen. So if something goes wrong, a spill, you breathe in some fumes, get something on your skin, there are 2 things you do immediately, no hesitation. First, you grab that MSDS and follow the first aid instructions. Second, you tell your supervisor, right away, do not wait. So, now we've got the routine down, let's move on to Section 4 and see what this actually looks like when you put it into practice in the real world. So, you might be wondering, how does this really work when things are busy and a little chaotic? Great question. Let's walk through a real-life situation you might actually encounter. Okay, picture this. You're working with a concentrated sanitizer and, bam, some of it splashes right into your eye. That's a terrifying moment, right? But because you know the routine, you don't panic. You know the MSDS for that sanitizer says to flush your eye with water for a full 15 minutes. So you immediately head to the eye wash station while asking a coworker to get your supervisor. See, no guessing, no panic, just clear instructions that could save your sight. We've gone over a lot of important stuff today, but if you walk away from this remembering only one thing, I want it to be this. This is the one rule you can absolutely never, ever break. Do not mix Cleaning products. Seriously, unless you have the MSDS for both chemicals in your hand and they specifically say it's okay, you just don't do it. Ever. Why? Because mixing something as common as bleach and ammonia creates a toxic gas that can be deadly. There are 0 exceptions to this rule. None. At the end of the day, your safety really is in your own hands. This knowledge isn't just a set of rules, it's what gives you the power to protect yourself and your entire team. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. On your very next shift, when you go to grab a chemical, what's the first thing you're going to check?